Like the live and share the live. What's going on, y'all? Like the live, share the live. Please let me know how it sounds. Let me know if y'all can hear me. What up, wifey? Wifey in the crowd, y'all. All right, y'all like the live, y'all share the live. Y'all let me know how the sounds, and y'all let me know how everything looks. Anyway, we discussing this topic today on this nice Sunday afternoon. I hope y'all having a good weekend. It's been a while since I've been live, man. It's been a while since I've been live, and I'm glad to be back. It's been a little bit since I've been live, and I'm glad to be back. Anyway, y'all run them likes up. Y'all make sure to run them likes up. Y'all make sure to share it. I'm gonna try to get some good discussion and good debate going on here. We're gonna try to get some good discussion, some good debate going on, and y'all let me know how everything's sounding. Maybe I should have done this later at night. What y'all think? I didn't want to do it tonight because I know Justin is going live later, and I'm not trying to compete with Justin. You know, I ain't trying to compete with Justin. So y'all come in here, man. I see people joining. I see y'all joining. I don't see y'all liking. I don't see y'all sharing. I don't see y'all being guests in the box. If you disagree with me on anything up here, or if you want to discuss anything up here, y'all go ahead and tap that button and let me know what you want to discuss. I see you all joining. 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 Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. As you can see, this is what we're discussing tonight. That's what we're discussing. Well, this afternoon. Don't just join. Don't just join and swipe away, you know? Hop up on the box. Tell me what you feel. Maybe I'm not being provocative enough. Maybe I should say, you know, your religions are blood cults. Maybe that get people up here. We got 7 people in here. I appreciate y'all being here. Okay, cool. Finally, we got a guest. How's it going?
What's up, man? Doing good. How are you?
I'm chilling, man. Anyway, 25 minutes. Talk to me. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. Any religion?
I don't really want to share my views too much, but I want to talk about what's on the screen.
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about what's on the screen. Go ahead, pick a topic. What you got for me?
So, are you claiming like the Big Bang is real?
We have evidence of that being true. Yeah.
All right. So, if we're gonna stick to like, yeah, factual evidence, we can even take it in a math perspective. So, if everything came from the Big Bang and there was just this explosion of stars and everything's just spinning around up there, what would be the percent chance that the moon, as we see it with our eyes, and the sun that we see with our eyes look exactly the same size? What's the percent chance of that?
Don't know. But the thing that you have to realize what's important is that when it comes to the Big Bang, it wasn't just an explosion; it was an expansion of space time. And as far as we know, space has always been a thing. Time has always been a well, we can't say time has always been a thing, but our current presentation of the universe has not always been a thing. But the Big Bang is more of an expansion of space time, not just some explosion where all stars came from. You feel me? But as far as the percentage of how likely was it that with your question, the moon and the sun looks about the same size when we look into the night sky? Um, the thing is that, of course, that wouldn't be a big percentage. However, one thing we had to realize is that the moon used to be closer, and in the future, and at least I would say, I think they calculate about to 200,000 years, the moon is going to be farther away and they won't be the same size. You see what I'm saying? So it's like stuff like that. It's not like, the moon has been up there for billions of years perfectly at the way that it is right now. It's just happenstance that we are alive right now and can visualize it. You feel me?
All right, so happenstance, and then predictions like that. That's not going to be anything we can prove.
Years, the moon is not going to be where it's at right now. You feel what I'm saying? So, um, when we look at all
All perfectly designed to fit into each other, and it's like clockwork the way the sun comes up every morning. It's This is a very precise design where, yeah, we can predict certain things in the future, but to say that this is all from just a random, oh, there's just all these galaxies and we just happen to just be at this one place, and for some reason, just by chance, it all lines up perfectly for us to be alive and have all these things. Like, to claim it's these things you read in a book or a textbook or scientists that you trust more than your own eyes, man, it's like, come on, man. Intelligent design is all around you.
I mean, look, I can look all around. Let me ask you a question because you said that things are perfect and all this other good stuff, right? Um, is the tsetse fly perfect?
I don't know what that is.
The tsetse fly is a fly that exists in. It's a biting fly that exists in Central Africa, right? That fly goes around and bites animals. It bites humans, and it causes sleeping sickness. The sleeping sickness basically makes you so tired and lethargic that your body just gives out and you die. That's what you call a perfect design?
I wouldn't say that's a good thing for everything else around it.
Right. So, matter of fact, let's look at natural disasters. You would call natural disasters a good design or perfect? Actually, before you answer that, um, what's his name? Hey, Logan, I saw you request, but I'm with one person now. I'll bring you up next. All right. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. Sandwich. So, natural. Would you call natural disasters a perfect design as well?
Not everything here is perfect in itself, but the setup of the stage that it is completely in control by an intelligent designer.
Oh, so it was intelligent when back in 2010, when an earthquake happened in my parents' country of Haiti, and 200,000 people died. That was perfect.
I'm not saying it's all good here. I'm not saying everything is good and God is, only ever want life and good things for all people. I'm not claiming that.
Mhm. No, I understand that you're not claiming that it's all going to be good, but I would
But
assume,
if you're going to
or
try to
because the definition of
say
perfect that
that
I'm
you're
going off
taking it
of.
into your own observation of what you think is good and bad, and
Mhm.
because everything isn't good, and from what you think is good all the time, that God isn't good, well, you don't know.
Okay, so perfection does not mean good. Is that what you're going off of? Like perfection doesn't
God's
necessarily mean
mind.
that it's all good. Oh, you kind of blinked out for a second. I'm sorry about that. But my question was, so the definition you're going off of, or the assumption you're going off of, when it comes to perfection, that does not mean that it's a good thing or that it's always a good thing. Perfection isn't always good.
So in perfect, I would say that it's all in balance and all in total control by the creator of it. Now, each
Okay,
individual creation, he doesn't have a favorite where all things are all good for one of the creators. The people who are bit by this fly or the people who are affected by, these disasters of nature. That it's not, it wouldn't seem as something perfect for them. But in the creation of the place that we're on right now, there's an incredibly intelligent design that created everything here.
right. And the thing is that I have two problems with that. Number one, uh, building a planet that constantly tries to eliminate its inhabitants doesn't seem perfect. But the second thing I would say is that you're simply asserting that there is a design. How do you actually show that to be true?
Well, see, the proof of the creator is not something given to anybody here. That's why these conversations about the creator and the beliefs and the yeah, it turns into belief because we can't see that far. It's never been proven, so that's why these conversations can go on forever. But I'm just saying, pointing out certain things like look how everything fits together to sustain each other so perfectly, and then this just these bad things happen to us here, but the stage that's set is incredibly designed down to the T. Like everything's on clockwork. When you look up at the night sky, it's all moving a very specific way. And I'm not saying that everything's good for everyone here, and that oh well if God is good, how come these bad things happen? It's because that's if you say it's not good, it's because you're trying to take the idea of what's good and bad into your own eyes, which we obviously it's not our job to do. That's God's job.
Wait, how do you wait? Wait, it's not our job to do; it's God's job. Isn't that special pleading? Because we're the ones living here. We're the ones affected by all this. Why can't we can't decide what's good or bad?
Because that's when you start to take it into your own hands and you start to make those judgments yourself. You say, oh, well, it's good. And you can justify all these different ways for it to be good. You can trick your own self to say, oh, this would be good because in the long run, this would be good and that would be bad. But no, that's not your job. That's taking the information and trying to discern for yourself. And God told you that, in Genesis that, you're going to get information and you're going to start to take it on yourself to say what's good and bad. And that's going to lead to problems.
Uh, when it I mean the thing is when it comes to human beings, right? When we look at our planet and we see how things are, when we look at our planet and we see how things are and we see how society is, we make value judgments all the time, and it's because we make some certain value judgments and we look at them and we see what's good and what's bad, or what's good and what's bad in our eyes, that we actually make better decisions and we actually build a better world. We've done that like all the time. It doesn't always lead to trouble.
Well, I mean, if you look at just the size of religion, it's like it's enormous, and every civilization has always had religion behind it, and that's what it's all been built off of. So now we're in a very unique time where it's the age of information. We're getting information from all over. And but when you say, you look at your planet, you can't look at your planet. You can get sources who will give you numbers and give you measurements and statistics, but you yourself can't look at everything in that way. And we trust Google like it'll give me the information I'm looking for. But it's like if it's in the internet and you look at the name of that, internet, inside of something caught, it's going to be all the information revolving around the same thing.
Internet just means interaction on the net. That's all it means. But when the thing is, I'm a little confused because you just told me earlier that I could look at my eyes and look at the planet and see that it's intelligent design. But when I tell you, hey, I look through my eyes and I don't see an intelligent design because we have natural disasters, we have volcanoes that always spew, CO2 into the air that, eliminate life. We have disasters like earthquakes, like what happened to my parents' country in Haiti, where it eliminates a whole bunch of life. We have animals that spread diseases, which eliminates a whole bunch of life. 97% of this planet is a substance that we cannot drink, and we need that substance in order for us to survive. That none of that seems intelligent. Why would a being that's perfect or we're assuming is perfect create a intelligent designed world, but the world that they created attempts to eliminate its inhabitants? That's the problem that I don't think anyone has given a sufficient reason for. The only reason that we're given is that they just wanted it that way, which seems pretty sadistic.
Well, this goes back to we can't see as far into the future. We can't see the mind of the creator, and we can agree that this is a place that we're only here temporarily for, right?
Yeah, we're here temporarily. Yeah, of course. So we should make the most out of life. That's actually one thing I think people who are non-religious, people who are religious would actually agree on. We should make the most of our life. And we're only here temporarily. Like we're a fleeting, dust in the wind, basically, when it comes to the entire universe. But that's why we should work to make this world as best as possible. And what we're seeing is that this world is not as good as it can be, so we should work to make it better. Like the tsetse fly, for example, like I said before, it causes sleeping sickness. And not only that, the tsetse fly is not even a keystone species. We could completely eliminate it, causes extinction, and nothing would change. You know what I mean? So, and it's there on this planet, apparently from this creator. Like, why do that?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can agree on that, man. And if we are given the opportunity to, change this place for the better, it outlines that. How can you make a difference? That's what you're going to leave behind is the difference that you made. So definitely not going against that. I'm not saying, oh, leave it to God and just cast your worries away. It's all in His hands. Like, no, we can definitely work to make this a better place because, yeah, we can see forces here who are like, hey, you have the power to fix these things. How come you're not? And I mean, I feel like that's just the presence of, the other beings that certain religions talk about that are present here with us. And, but yeah, so we're making these deductions from while we're here awake in the physical. We can't see certain things. We can only measure traces of certain things, and we try to make our conclusion for it. And yeah, we ask these questions like, why, if, he can create all these things. He created all of this, this masterpiece in front of us for us to enjoy life, or hopefully for us to enjoy life. Why does He have these things here that harm us? And that's just a thing that we can't see far enough. We can't understand His mind. He has a purpose for us here. And it's kind of sad to say that He doesn't intend for us to live here forever, but that's only because that's all we see right here, right? We don't know what happens.
Let me try to understand something, Sandwich. We don't know His mind, but we know He has a purpose. How do we know He has a purpose for us if we don't know His mind?
How do we know He has a purpose for us? I guess that would be your own thing to discover if you feel that your relationship with God has shown you that He has you here for a purpose. I would say it sounds like you found the purpose of saying that, hey, there's these problems and I'm making efforts to make this a better place, and we can do more to do that. It sounds like you're advocating for that. Does that sound like your purpose? Does that feel like a purpose you have in your heart?
I'm actually in a master's degree program for clinical mental health counseling because I want to become a therapist and help people through their issues. Yeah, I feel that's my purpose, but I decided that was my purpose for myself. If it was up to when I was in church, My purpose would have been to just preach and spread the good word, so to speak. But the thing is, if we can make our purpose through self discovery, then saying God, so, quote unquote, has a purpose for us is just nonsense at that point, because we could just discover our own purpose.
Well, I mean, you don't make yourself wake up each morning, right? Like, when something good happens in your life, who do you say thank you to? Do you say to my parents, or thank you to my ancestors, thank you
Depend
to the
depends on the
civilization that gave you a free life here? Like, who do you say thanks to
depend
when you
dep
feel
yeah,
gratitude?
it depends on the circumstances. Like, for example, I knew someone who needed like gallbladder surgery. You feel me? Without that surgery, they would have gotten very very sick or even passed away. You see what I'm saying? So with in that surgery, that person lived. So I think the doctors, because they're the ones who did the specialties and they're the ones who cut the person open and got their gallbladder out. You feel me? When I get a new car, I give thankful to myself because I'm the one who saved for that car. You know what I mean? When I met my fiance and when I met my fiance and I figured out that I was in love with her, I thanked her for being in my life because without her being in my life, I probably wouldn't have known what love could really be. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it depends on the circumstances. I'm not gonna thank some super fairy for some things that I did for myself.
All right, so yeah, those are all sounds like great accomplishments, and yeah, like miracles. Like someone has studied so hard that they can perform this operation in these crazy conditions and give more life and time here on Earth to someone else. But like you don't see that you have like a heart and you have lungs full of air and you have a mind and you have your health to walk. I'm assuming,
Hmm.
and these match all these other beings all around you. So do you feel like that's yours now? You're entitled to it and you earned it. So this is you now. So there's
Yeah,
no thing.
I do have
The
gratitude. I do have gratitude that I'm a
to have.
person. Right. I do have gratitude that I'm a person that, that has all my faculties. I have relatively good mental health. I'm a relatively healthy person. I I never got amputated or anything like that. No diss to anyone who has gotten that before, because I know that can really affect people's livelihoods. I do have gratitude that I've never been through those situations. But then I look at people who are going through those situations, and I'm like, that's pretty horrible for them. You know what I mean? Especially, I have a military background. I do know people, or I've known of people who came back from overseas missing limbs because they stepped on a landmine or something, or an IED, and I feel horrible for that person because they went to serve what they felt was a good reason for their country, right? And they came back missing limbs now, and they're homeless. You know what I mean? I volunteered with veteran homeless. So I look at my situation where I live in my own house, and then I look at their situation where this person fought for his country, came back without a limb, and is on the street, and they all forgot about them. I don't deserve anything more than that person. You see what I'm saying? So me thinking, you know, some being I don't know exists seems asinine, because that all that is saying is that I'm, favored by this being, and that person who, lost their limbs and fought for things that were way harder than I fought for, because I was only in maintenance. That person was had to go out there and execute people. You see what I'm saying? So why would I think, this being, which seems asinine, because I'm favored and that person isn't favored? I don't deserve more than that person. And even more than that, I don't deserve more than the kids who are in, the Congo being enslaved. I don't deserve more than the children in Gaza, free Palestine, who are being eliminated right now. I don't deserve more than them. So why should I? It seems asinine to think of God for that, for my situation. Appreciate the gifts, y'all. Thank you. Did we lose sandwich? Hey, Bing 1738, you can come up if you want. I'm taking all guest requests, so you can come up if you want. Bing 1738. I think we lost sandwich, y'all. Either that or he doesn't know he's muted. Sandwich, you there? If you're there, you're muted. You can go ahead and unmute now. We're gonna go ahead and give Bing a few more seconds before I move on to the next guest. Remember, y'all, tap that screen, tap that screen. Let's get us to about 3,000 likes, y'all. We're at 1.8K right now. Let's get us to 3,000 likes. What's up, Jayla? What's up, Carl? I saw Justin in here before. I know, Justin, you're going to be going live later. I'll be there. I know you're going live at 6. I'll be there, Justin. All right, y'all. Sandwich, I think we lost them, so we're going to go ahead and move on, y'all. I saw Bing1738 in the comments. I sent you an invite, so if you want to go ahead and discuss with me, go ahead and come up. Make sure to like the live, y'all. Share it. Make sure to like the live and share it. I appreciate that, Jayla. Jayla, thanks for coming by. And, you know, good luck, good luck, good luck. Is it coming? Is the baby on its way? And I appreciate all the love, Jayla. K-Beam, if you want to come up, go ahead and, matter of fact, K-Beam, I'll send you an invite. Give me a sec. All right, K-Beam, I sent you an invite. Come on up. Yeah, he's taking his while, huh? He's taking his precious time.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Beam, how's it going?
Going good, man.
How old is you?
I am 34.
34, cool. Any religion?
Not in religion, but I do read my Bible, and I would say I'm spiritual.
All right, I would probably classify you as Christian just to let you know, but that's fine. We can go ahead and have a discussion. What you got for me?
Okay. So yeah, I'm just reading what you got up. You saying that there's no reason to believe in a God, and faith isn't the pathway to truth.
Correct.
Holy books are claims of God, but not evidence. God isn't necessary for purpose, morals, values. Evolution has evidence. Creation. Okay. Well, okay. So you don't believe that there is a God?
No, I don't believe that there is one.
Okay. So your life on Earth, you think it's just a random by chance?
Yeah, pretty much. My father met my mother when they were in the University of Haiti, and they liked each other and decided to come to the United States because, you know, in Haiti during that time, there was a dictatorship that was eliminating students who weren't on the side of the president. So they came here and had me and my sisters.
Okay. So you think just life is just random? Like,
For the most part, it is. For the most part, life is random. I would say life is random up until, you know, we actually do something about it. Like, for example, if I, you know, go out and purchase a gun and, you know, shoot it into the sky, that bullet's gonna come down and probably hurt someone. That wasn't random. That was because I shot a gun into the sky. You know what I mean? But the who that bullet actually hits is completely random.
okay. So what is your theory of how we all got here? You're like a Big Bang, or
Yeah.
you just
I think most of this universe is. I do have a little bit of an echo on your end if you don't know, but like I do think the evidence that we have now leads to more of the universe being a natural process than it being deliberate from a creator.
okay?
Actually, give me
So-
1 second. Give me 1 second. Hey, Bing, I sent you an invite before. Request again, and once I'm finished talking to K-Beam, I'll talk to you. My bad, Beam. Go ahead.
Okay. So, all right. So, Earth, human beings. You think we just happen to have everything that we need to sustain us here
Here on Earth,
here on Earth?
Actually, yes. The United States itself creates enough food to feed the entire planet.
No, I'm
We
talking
just
about
create.
behind. I'm talking about beyond that. So check this out. So the sun, right?
Mhm.
Don't you know if the sun was like a mile closer or a mile further away than from where it was, we wouldn't get the sufficient heat we needed in order to grow the crops, to produce trees, to produce oxygen. If the if the sun was I think they said like a few meters away from where it was, we wouldn't have life on Earth. Now the chances of that mysteriously happening and being by chance, you have to be crazy to believe that. Even look at an eclipse. What is the chances of a moon, a celestial object, is is can eclipse a sun that's millions and millions far away from it? It's the closer you look and the closer I've looked, you have to notice the design, the pattern in it, in life itself, especially looking at, you know, the earth around us. Everything is patterned, and
Well,
it has to be a creator. Even the animals. Look at all the animals.
all right. Let me
Look at all the
let's pause real quick.
two eyes,
I
one.
got you.
No.
I got you. Let's pause real quick. All right. So when it comes to the entire thing of Earth being in the habitable zone, do you know that Venus and Mars are also in the habitable zone?
Are they habitable?
They're not habitable, but there's a reason that they're not. The point that I'm pointing out is that if Venus didn't have the clouds that it does have, and Mars were just a little bit bigger, they would both be habitable because we know billions of years in the past they were habitable.
Okay, now billions and billions of years in the past. Okay, we wasn't there to see that billions and billions of years in the past,
But we
but
have
we
evidence
can
that
look
it's
to
there.
see now.
Yeah,
We
we have
can look to say now.
Yeah, we can look to see now, and we do have evidence because Mars actually has water on it, and Venus's clouds actually has the components for life to exist because they have some of the same components that this Earth has. It's just that they have too much of one component, which is why it doesn't exist there. My entire point of the sun being
Right,
in,
too much. So
right,
I'm
right.
saying like
Hold on, hold on,
we're
let me just finish.
special.
Let me just finish off this point. The thing, why
Okay,
I'm
go
saying
ahead.
that is that we're not special is because Earth is only one of quadrillions of planets in our universe. But let's just look at our galaxy because we'll never get to another galaxy. Earth is just one planet out of trillions of planets in this galaxy. We've already discovered dozens of planets in the habitable zone of their stars. So Earth is not special in that regard.
Okay. So, but this is what they're telling you. And really, to tell you the truth, because I don't believe man went to Mars 50 years ago and never had the technology to get back. I'm not one of those. I'm not a kid.
What do you
Like, we're more advanced than we were when they landed on the moon when it happened. It's the reason why we've never been back. It's the reason why the United States is the only country on the planet to ever say that they've been to the moon and landed. No other country. So I guess all the geniuses live in the United States.
It's not all
So
the geniuses
here's
living in
another
the United
thing.
States. Hold on, bro. Let me just clear this up. It's not all the geniuses live in the United States. It's that getting to the moon takes this money. It takes logistics. The only reason that we
So hold on. So
Hold on,
United
wait,
States
let
has
me
the most
finish.
money in the world?
Yeah, the United States is the wealthiest country in the world.
Oh no, you haven't been to Saudi. Okay, what about these oil countries
We
like
have more money
like
than
Saudi
them.
Arabia?
We have more money than them because we produce more things than them. They depend on us.
We're the producers, so we depend on them.
Yeah.
So
we're the thing is the only thing that those countries produce is oil. We have manufacturing, we have oil, we have agriculture. The United States produces a lot of things, and not only that, we're the number one country for oh my God, technology innovation. Like for example, what we're using right
yes,
now,
I get.
the internet, it was invented in the United States. So Wi-Fi was invented in the United States. So everything, GPS, what we're using right now, was invented in the United States. So we're the most technologically advanced country, basically, in the world, and we have the most money in the world. which is why we
Right.
was able to get to the
But
moon.
all
The
these
only reason
countries
we
have
haven't,
access to all those
they
too.
have that,
Okay,
but
but
they
okay,
came
so
through us.
let's
The only reason we haven't gone to the moon yet is because there's no incentive to do so. There's no incentive.
to live
The
on the
reason we went to
moon. There is
no,
incentive
let me
with
finish.
everything going on, global warming, the
Hold on,
Earth
hold on.
is
Listen,
the
listen.
sun is getting too hot.
Beam, listen to
There
what I'm
is an
saying.
initiative to get to the moon
Beam,
first.
hold on. Listen, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. The reason we haven't gone back is because the incentive to go to the moon before is because we were competing with the USSR. There was a political incentive. Right now, there is no political incentive. However, ever since we've been studying the moon since then, we do know now that there's an economic and just a human well-being incentive to going back to the moon. So guess what? In 2030, NASA already has a mission to go back to the moon.
Okay. So let's just get straight to the source, the Bible. You feel like the Bible is a man-made? So because there's a lot of people that feel like you that God isn't real. But here's the thing: the Bible has not been debunked. It's been on this earth for thousands and thousands of years. Not only that, it holds prophecies, and all these prophecies have come true,
Which one?
and none of them can be debated.
Oh yes, they can. I'm gonna suggest to you that you look up someone called Justin Deconversion. He talks about this all the time about biblical prophecies and everything like that. As a matter of fact, I have a list of his prophecies that he says that he's debunked already.
Okay, but
Which
okay,
Which prophecies did you think came true? Which one?
as far as Christ coming to this earth,
What about
dying for our sins, giving us a way back to the Most High,
how do we
or
know
what
Christ-
about?
Hold on, wait.
Or what about
Stop.
this? Or
Wait,
what about
hold on,
what about
hold
with
on, hold on.
Moses?
Let's stop with the first one. Let's start with the first one. When it comes to Christ
Okay,
dying for our
Christ.
sins, how do we know
Uh-huh.
he died for our sins specifically? We know he died and he probably existed. How do we know he died for our sins
Uh-huh.
specifically? Just because he said so?
No, it's a story. You have to read the story. It's from the beginning, the middle, and then the end.
So just
So-
because it's a story makes it true? Little Red Riding Hood is a story. It doesn't make it a prophecy.
No. Fact check your story. Did you know, as far as Moses and when he led the children of Israel out of Egypt, he parted the seas, right?
Yeah,
And he
that's-
led the people through the parted seas, right?
Right,
And
right,
then
right, that's
as
a- okay, that's
and
a-
as the Egyptians was coming, the water came back down.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go to today, you can go to YouTube. They found all the artifacts on the bottom
No,
of
they
that
didn't.
water. Yes,
No,
they
they
did.
didn't.
Come on now. I just
No,
watched
wait.
the video yesterday. I
wait,
watched
hold on,
the video yesterday.
Listen. Are you
There's
saying this?
science, okay.
Beam, hold
There's
on,
been
hold on.
archaeologists,
Beam, hold
there's
on.
been people
Beam,
out
Beam,
there.
wait,
They
listen.
found
Beam,
the,
listen,
they-
real quick. No, they didn't. The
they
reason I'm telling
found
you,
the carriages.
no, they did not.
They found the wheel.
No, they did
Yes,
not.
they
No, they
did.
did not. Hold
Why
on,
are you-
Beam, listen.
Okay, anybody listening to this, just go to
Beam,
YouTube
but
or
Beam,
go
Beam,
like
Beam,
it's
Beam, Beam,
it's,
stop
it's
inter-
literally a
stop
click
inter-
away.
You want to have a discussion or not, Beam?
Hold on, you're interrupting me. I'm the
All
one
right,
telling you about
but-
what I seen.
Right,
as
I know
far
you.
as the
I know you.
carriages and the
I know you.
waters and
I know you.
stuff.
Tell me what. I know you. Tell me what you're seeing. But do you see what I have here? No
Right.
preaching or monologuing. So don't preach or monologue. When I'm trying to interject and
Why am
tell
I
you
preaching?
something,
I
That
can't
right
finish
there.
my thought.
that right there. Listen to what I'm saying to you. When you said that they discovered it, have you ever actually looked
Yeah.
into it to see that if that was true or not? Because when you actually looked it up,
Yes.
no, you have. Okay, so why didn't you find that article that
Yes.
said that was a hoax?
Why I didn't find an article that said that's a hoax?
Yes, there's an article.
That wasn't
from
a hoax.
Listen, yes, it was. Hold on, Beam. If you actually look this up, did you actually go to
Yeah.
did you actually go to the what's the organization name again? I think it's called Discovery. There's actual archaeologists who works for that organization, and they told you that no, this has never been found. That was a hoax. You never found that when you researched it?
No.
Okay,
no,
then. So you didn't
I haven't
research
found
it.
it.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
is that-
Hold on.
Wait. Let me finish.
Take this out.
Let me finish. Let me finish real quick.
To support anybody's argument,
Let
it's
me
always going to
finish.
be out there.
Yes, exactly. It's always going to be out there.
I
But
can go
what I'm
out
saying
right
is-
there and say,
Beam, hold
I
on.
can
Let me
look
ask
at
you
the
a question.
sky and say the sky is blue.
Beam, let me
right
ask you a
now.
question. Beam, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Let me
Yes.
ask you a question.
Yes.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Yes, I understand that there was a video on YouTube. Are you saying that just because a video exists on YouTube, that's what makes it true?
No, you have to do your research.
Right.
Two or
And
three witness.
I got you. I got
That
you.
wasn't
got
the only
you. I got
publication
you.
I
I got
found
you.
there.
Let,
You
let,
got to
hold
find
on.
two or
Let,
three more. Two or three
okay.
more, not just
Okay.
one website.
Chill. Beam, hold on.
Now that
hold on.
website where you said
Let
it
me-
was a hoax. Did you
Beam.
find more?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Beam. Stop
or
and
three?
let me
Okay,
let
so-
me let me
okay,
let me
so
explain,
we
Beam. Let
both
me
got
explain.
two or three
Beam,
witnesses then.
Beam. Let me explain. Let me explain. Let me explain. Hold on, bro. First of all, this entire thing with the Red Sea would not be possible in the first place
Yeah.
because what are chariots made out of?
What do you mean? What are they
Chariots
made out of?
Chariots are made out of wood, correct?
Some are made out of wood. They used different type of steel back then. Even the woes in that day from the Egyptian king that was chasing the Israelites. The king was chasing them, so they had gold plated. They had gold plated, and that's another thing where they found
They had gold-plated chariots.
three
So let me-
spokes. Three
let me-
spokes.
Okay,
yes.
so let me ask you a question. Why haven't
Yeah.
Egyptologists actually confirmed this? Because they never have.
Okay, so say, look. Here's the thing. How come no one has confirmed UFOs or flying objects? Look,
Because those stories
they're
are
not going
fake.
to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth. You got to
Wait,
go
wait.
search
You just
for
said-
it.
you
It's
just said-
2024.
Hold on, wait. You just said that this truth is out there that exists and they're telling us the truth. Now you're saying they're not going to tell us the truth? Which one is it?
Who is they?
That's what I'm asking you. You said that
I'm
they
saying-
discovered
yes,
this.
I'm
and
saying-
they're-
I'm saying-
Wait. You said that
Yes,
they discovered
yes,
this and
yes.
they're telling us the truth. But when I'm saying, hey, archaeologists and Egyptologists have never confirmed this and they've debunked it, now you're saying they won't tell us the truth? Who's they?
You can't say they. You can have one website that's for it. You can scroll in and see another website that's not for it that says, "Oh, they're making this up." It's propaganda at this point.
Right,
No
but
matter
you
what
need
topic I type into the internet, there's another side that's saying that topic is saying something false. That's what it is. It's propaganda.
Listen to my
Just
actual
like
question.
you.
Beam. Listen to my actual question, Beam.
Yeah.
What is the actual confirmation that they actually find this? Did they actually pull this out of the water and said this was it? Did that happen? And if that
Yes,
did
the
happen,
spokes. The spokes.
Great,
Yes, they
great.
showed the picture.
Give me the
The
source.
spokes.
give me the source then.
The spokes.
Give me the source.
Give you the source.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I can send you the video from here on TikTok.
No. Don't give me a video because anybody can make a video. What's the source?
No, the
Who
video
actually
that showed
confirmed
the
it?
source, when they went, the year, the professor, all that. It's all documented.
Was it Ron Wyatt?
in a TikTok video?
Was it Ron Wyatt?
Wyatt?
The person
No.
name who discovered this, was it Ron Wyatt?
No.
Okay, who was it?
I'll have matter of fact.
When you swipe away, I can't hear you. If it was Ron
You hear me?
Wyatt, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ron Wyatt is a liar, and even Christians have said that this guy's a liar. If it was Ron Wyatt, I'm telling you, you got fooled. Ron Wyatt is a big liar and a fraud.
Okay, so
He said that
Okay.
he discovered the Ark of the Covenant. He said that he discovered the cross of Jesus. He said he discovered a lot of things, and he didn't. He said that he discovered the Noah's Ark. He hasn't. Ron Wyatt is a huge liar. So if it came
No,
from
I
him,
don't-
I'm telling you, you got the.
okay, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying Ron Wyatt. I'm not saying Ron Wyatt.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
Alright, great.
I've
So
seen
not Ron
numerous
Wyatt.
publications on this. Not just one. Not just one source.
And
but
I've seen
here's the
numerous
thing: the
and
Bible.
Egyptologists saying that this
The
is not
Bible.
true.
Okay, so let's talk about the flood. Did the flood happen or did the flood didn't happen?
Nope. But did I-
Okay, now stop right there. Every culture dating thousands and thousands of backs of years. The stories might be different, but this one thing that they all can agree on. That there was a flood that hit the earth. And all cultures seem to have it around the same time frame.
That's actually incorrect.
Not only that, but you seen this. Okay, have you seen the cities under earth?
The cities under earth. You mean like flooded cities? Yeah. Well, let me
Under the sea. Under
let
the
me,
sea.
Wait. Hold on. Let me address the first thing that you said first. You said that all these cultures have a flood happening around the same time. That's actually not true. Okay, because
Give me one. Give me one. Give me one.
the Kenyans.
The Kenyans.
Yeah, and in the tribe of Kenya, they also have a flood story, right? They have a flood story, but they don't have it happening around the same time Noah's Ark happened. Let me also give you another. Hold on. Let me also give you another one. They don't even
Okay,
have the
so
same
they
story. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Because you
they
told me to
all
give.
have a flood story.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish, bro. Not every culture has a flood story. Every culture that lives near bodies of water have a flood story. Guess what? When there's a culture that does not live near a body of water, guess what's missing? A flood story. You know what I'm saying? So what does that tell you? That doesn't tell you that a flood must have happened. That tell you that, yeah, bodies of water, like rivers, like lakes, tend to flood, like they do because it's a natural thing. And of course, it's going to be a flood story.
And that's what people do. The Bible says one thing, and then a man can come say, "Oh, that just naturally happened." Of course, you can always say that. You can
All right,
always say that.
Well, hold on, because I can give you more examples, okay? I can give you more examples because
Hold on, but let's talk
when
about
when was wait, let's talk about the flood again. Let's talk about the flood. So
right.
the
But
flood.
the
Hold
flood
on,
is
wait.
something we can't calculate. Let's
Wait, hold on.
Let's do
Hold
something
on.
simple that we both can measure.
Wait, you just
Let's-
said hold on. You just said that they happen at the same time. There's plenty of flood stories that do not happen at the same time, do not have the
I
same
don't. Okay,
details, do not
not
have.
my research. All the research I've done is the same story. The flood story.
What's the Japanese flood story?
The Japanese flood story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and just give you a number. I haven't done my research on them.
Okay, according to the Japanese flood story.
No. I've done the religions in the world.
Yeah, Shintoism.
And all the religions. Okay, what religion is Japan?
Shintoism. They have a flood story as well.
Shintoism? Okay, well that's cool. I haven't done my research on Shintoism.
Okay,
I have to do that. I have to do that. But let's do something that me and you can calculate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how did you get here?
My parents had sex.
Okay, exactly. Your parents had sex. Okay. Now, no one here that's on this earth just happened to be here. You said that your parents had sex.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first man, how did he get here?
What do you mean first man? There was no first man.
Hold on. All you got to do is do subtraction between you and your parents. If you go back, but nobody got here, how did the first man ever get here? Go back.
What are you talking about? There was no first man.
Okay, so how did you get here if there was no first man? Okay, so how did your how did your father get here?
Wait, did you see what this
How
says?
did your grandfather get here?
What does this
Go
say?
all the way back, keep
What
going
does this
back,
say? What does
and
this
then you're
say?
gonna reach the first man. How did he get?
Beam,
It's a simple question.
Beam, what does this say?
It's mathematics.
Beam, what does this
No,
say?
it's mathematics. It's not
Beam,
about evolution.
Beam, what
It's
does this say?
mathematics.
No,
2
it's not
plus 2 is 4, right?
Yeah, exactly. 2 plus 2 is 4, and then more and more people. So when you say first man, there was no first man. We evolved, my guy.
Okay. But your grandpa. Okay, so the first man evolved into form. Is that what you're saying?
No,
like
that's not
from the
what I'm
dust.
saying.
Okay, so tell me how the first man got here.
There
See,
was no
you-
first man, Beam. This is what I'm trying to say.
So your great
stop.
great
Beam, Beam,
grandfather,
don't let me- Beam, don't
he
let me.
disappeared.
Beam, listen. That's not
Come
what I
on,
said.
man. You know
That's not what I
math.
said.
You know that doesn't make
All right,
sense.
Beam,
I
I'm
got
gonna
you.
mute you real quick. I'm gonna mute you real quick, bro. Because like I'm trying to answer your question and you're not letting me. Let me actually answer your question, bro. There is no first man because we evolved. Evolution is a theory of population genetics. There was no one person who just popped up one day and gave birth to thousands of people. That's what your book says, but that's not actually true. If we actually look at our genetics, we can tell that the human population actually descended from thousands of populations over, okay? There were thousands of organisms on this planet that evolved until we got to us. It wasn't just one person came up and popped out thousands of people. That's not how that works. One person can't breed thousands of people on their own. Matter of fact, 2 people can't breed thousands of people on their own because the female body will wear out. She's not going to give birth to hundreds of kids. You can unmute now.
Okay, man. Look, you're over. It's way more simplified than that. Of course, one woman can't make 1,000 kids, but that's what it first. It started off with one man, and then that one man had a wife.
Can you prove that?
That it started off with one man.
Yeah, because all the
Yeah,
evidence
because
that we have,
I'm here
all the
today.
evidence that we, all
I
the
had
evidence
to
that we
be
have,
in order to be
all
here.
the evidence that we
I had to have a
sh-
father. And my
Of course.
father's father had to have a father. And my
Listen,
father's father had to have a
Beam,
father.
Beam,
And
Beam.
I know my son won't be here in the flesh
Without you,
unless
of course.
unless I have sex and give
Beam,
birth to him.
listen
So
to my question. Listen to
nothing
my
on this
question.
earth just
Beam,
happened.
Of course, that's not what I said, Beam. But listen to my
Okay,
question.
okay. So answer my question. You never
I'm
answered my
trying to.
question.
I'm trying to.
But
There
I
is
heard
no
your
first
reply
man,
and it didn't
Beam.
make sense.
Listen,
What I'm saying
is
is
no.
the
Listen,
first man.
Beam. There is no first man. That doesn't. That's
So
not, that's not,
okay. So man came onto the earth in doubles.
No. Do you understand what evolution is, Beam?
Yeah.
You understand what that is?
Okay. In order for something to evolve, it has to be at a singular point first. Before one can become
No,
two, it has to be
doesn't.
one first.
That's not how
Come
evolution
on,
works.
man.
That's not how evolution works. That's not
Evolution
how
doesn't
evolution
just okay. You just don't.
works.
Okay.
That's not how evolution works, Beam. Do you
Okay,
want to know how evolution
okay.
works? Do you want to know how
Okay.
evolution works?
Okay.
Humans evolved from prior primates, okay? And
Come
evolution is a theory.
on.
Evolution is a
You're
theory.
one of them?
Listen.
Okay,
Listen,
so
Beam.
why are
listen,
there gorillas
Beam,
still
Beam,
here?
Beam. The reason they're
Those
gorillas
are the
still here.
dumb ones that didn't make
Beam,
it, huh?
no, that's not how that works. Listen to my question because we only have 30 seconds left, okay? If
Bro, you got to
think-
make sense when you're making these arguments because you're
Beam,
losing
be
everybody.
quiet for a
man.
second.
That doesn't make sense.
All right, bro. Be quiet for a second, bro. I'm gonna mute you again if you keep doing that. I'm trying to answer your question, but you're not actually letting me answer your question. When I say that we evolved from prior primates, I can prove that we're prior primates. You want to know how I can prove that? And your time is gonna be up. I gotta drop you after this. The way I can prove that is something called chromosome 2. Chromosome 2 in humans is fused. The only other creature on this planet that has a fusion of chromosome 2 is chimpanzees. If we are not related, how do you explain that?
At the end of the day, your father had a father, and he had a father, and he had a father,
Appreciate your time, bro.
and he had a
Appreciate your
father,
time.
bro. Like,
Appreciate your time. All right, appreciate your time, man. Appreciate your time. I asked you how do you explain that, and you talk about father and father and father. Learn what evolution is. There is no one person who breeded thousands of people. That makes no damn sense at all. All right, who wants to come up next? Your name's Helen?
Heffen. With an F.
You said Hessen?
Heffen. Heffen.
Oh, Heffen. My bad. Sorry about that.
You good? All good.
All right, Heffen, how old are you?
28 years young.
In your religion?
How about yourself? I practice the Osirian tradition. That's who the Greeks call Osiris.
Oh, okay. That.
And what's your Asian background?
Oh, I'm an atheist and I'm in my 30s.
Okay. Got you.
So what's up? What you got?
What I have is that from my experience and interaction with atheists is that all of them have been what I call softcore atheists versus hardcore. Haven't yet met a hardcore. I'll be honest, I am defining this for my.
But I think my definition is it's intellectual, it's rational. When I say that a softcore atheist is one who typically doesn't believe in a God, using the primary concepts or disagrees with the conceptual understanding of God from the Abrahamic tradition for the most part. That's most atheists, right? The Abrahamic traditions are the most popular. They govern more than half of humanity. It makes sense. That follows. Fewer and fewer atheists reject or are even maybe knowledgeable on Hinduism, Taoism, Native American spirituality, the various African spiritual traditions, Yoruba, right, Akan, things like that. Okay, so now you're still a softcore atheist, right? But you become a hardcore atheist when you have taken more what they call a pagan approach to either either accepting or not accepting a God, and that approach looks like techniques, what they call, maybe divination, meditation, yoga, qigong, whatever technique, whatever system it is that you have attempted to prove or disprove. I have yet to interact with an atheist that has went that far. Now, I'm not saying they should. What I'm saying is that that's the approach that these systems use. They don't, or these religions use. They don't use the same perspective of understanding God that the Bible does, which is read the Bible, have faith, believe, and there's a God, right? That's the religion. So if we apply that type of method to a religion that doesn't even make that claim, we're not being consistent. We're being kind of, we're being almost anti-intellectual in that sense, because that claim, that those religions don't even make the claim that you just should read and you're gonna know that there's a God. Okay, but I came up here basically to say that within this conversation, am I speaking to someone who, are you mostly familiar with the Abrahamic traditions, or are there other concepts of God that you are familiar with? Yeah.
I'm familiar with the you're kind of echoing, yeah. Okay, so I'm familiar with the Abrahamic tradition, more specifically the Christian tradition, and I'm familiar with Vodou because my grandmother was a Vodou practitioner from Haiti. Also, my fiance is Jamaican Obeah, so I'm a little bit familiar with that because the systems are pretty similar.
Okay, awesome. Like that's a frame of reference that I can work with a lot easier. Well, there's just not as many African atheists. I don't know if it's, well, at least in the West, right? I don't know if in general, I can't speak for the African continent, never been, well, I've been there, but anyways, it's just not as frequent to come across Black atheists, let alone people of the African diaspora that are descendants of practitioners of African spirituality, right? And I think there's some other factors to why that is. So why, with your background, do you reject the existence of spirits gods? Considering you didn't necessarily grow up with the Abrahamic tradition. Also, with you having that background, I didn't ask, but did you ever attempt to go about using the same methodology to experience what it is that you said your grandma or your mom?
My grandmother. My grandmama on my dad's side was a Vodou practitioner.
Okay, and to what degree did you replicate those techniques, practices, or et cetera, to confirm or deny whatever it is that claims she made?
I really just, the most I did, honestly, was just challenge people. Because, of course, over in Haiti, they'll tell you that this person could put a curse on you, turn you into a cat. This person could put a curse on you, turn you into, a zombie or whatever. Or they would give me stories of zombies existing, et cetera, and I would just basically ask them for the evidence of that being the case. Or I would straight up challenge someone and said, okay, if you can turn me into a cat, do it, tomorrow, or do it now. I will give you my entire paycheck for the next 6 months. And no one has ever done it. Or they will tell me that's not how that works. Or they'll say that they literally cannot do it. Or they will just like tell me to leave. So essentially the same way, I'll be like, okay, if you can actually do this, show me the power. The reason I think, and this is a little bit political, but the reason why I think I've given less credence to things like Vodou and Juju and stuff like that, Juju's from Nigeria, the reason I've given less credence to stuff like that is because Haitians have been denigrated and oppressed by European powers for over 100 years. If Vodou was real, why haven't we done that to the French yet? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think probably from that type of disappointment is when I became disillusioned with thinking that it was real. You know what I mean? And with Christianity, it was just like an intellectual pursuit. I actually, started to deconstruct for me to actually prove my religion, my faith correct. And I finally ending up that when you actually deconstruct, you can see a lot of these things may not be correct, have no evidence, and there's really no good reason to believe it. And it's not necessary to believe either. But when it comes to things like Vodou, Obeah, Juju, things like that, African traditional religions, I don't really go as hard against them. You know what I mean? I don't think, they're actually like real, but as a spiritual practice, It's not something I mind. You know what I mean? I'm something I'm super against. If you want to, believe the ancestors or praise your ancestors, I might even do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'd rather thank my ancestors than thank, some strange god from another land, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, so there's more utility, there's more practicality with the various African traditions, at least the way they're structured compared to the
Way more
Abraham.
practicality. Yeah, way more
Okay,
practicality.
I'm glad we can agree on that because most people, obviously for religious reasons, they wouldn't agree with that. Like just flat out, right? You gotta kind of have to have had both perspectives to even say such a statement, right? But do you reject the claim that it was a voodoo ritual? I think it was called a Rada, R-A-D-A, a Rada rite specifically that the Haitians used. Now, I'm not saying this was magic. What I'm saying is prior to the Haitian Revolution, there was at least the claims that I have heard that there was a series of voodoo rituals prior to the Haitian Revolution. Again, I'm not saying magic is why they did it. What I'm saying is there was a preemptive congregation of voodoo rituals, and whatever that did, right, it happened prior to the revolution of the overthrowing of the French, Spanish, and British armies. Do you reject that actually? Do you reject that Haitians did that? Like,
Oh no,
yeah.
I don't reject that they did that. Give me 1 second. Hey, guest, your name is C. I do see you in the box. I'm gonna get to you right after I talk to Heaven. So stay in the box. No, I don't reject that at all. As a matter of fact, I've always said that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. No offense to anybody out there. In my opinion, African descended people would be more spiritually balanced and I think mentally more well if we went back to our old traditions of voodoo, of Orisha, of things that came from the Central Congo, of animism that they did. We would actually be a lot better, like mentally and spiritually, in my opinion, if we went back to that. I don't deny that they did that. You feel what I'm saying? Now, as far as what I do,
The physics.
Exactly. As far as the physics of it, that's the part where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's true. You feel me? But when it comes to it like being something symbolic, you know what I mean? Like, hey, our ancestors give us strength, Shango and Legba and Erzuli and Oya, they're the ones who actually give us the strength to do this. They see it as more of a symbolic thing than an actual physical thing. I think that's all gonna well to me. I would probably practice that myself because that's what my fiance does. You know what I'm saying? So I would probably do that myself one day. You feel me? Now I might not think that Shango is an actual real being, but if it's like a symbolic for strength and courage, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that for spirituality. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't deny that they did that at all. I don't think that Legba is an actual real being, but as symbolic of the spirit of courage and strength and fighting and fertility and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't deny that at all.
Do you? Okay, all right, yeah. Because again, we're not. This is not the typical atheistic conversation, right? Because I don't even know if most atheists really understand. Like the depths of, like even what you just said, right? The utility, right? Some might say, well, it may not be as useful as you think it is. And I'm like, well, I don't know if you look at African history and tradition, like we can still be scientific, we still can be intellectual, right? But there needs to be more of a balancing, right? So do you believe or do you, what's your opinion? Do you exist after you die? Like, are you a materialist, like do you still believe that you exist after you die, or is that it? Your ontology of the nature of your own existence, okay? Because this is, and once you answer this, then I can get into like, okay, atheism versus theism, straight up.
I think after we die, the way we exist, I would say in two ways. Physically, we just decompose and we become fertilizer. The worms eat us, and the energy from our body goes to the worms. It goes back to the earth. We're gone. We're non-existent. Our consciousness gone. What happens after we die is the same thing that happened before we were born. Didn't exist. You know what I mean? Now, the way that I would say that we live on is more poetic, meaning in the memories and the legacy that you leave behind that's how you live on in the memories of your people. For example, Einstein is still, technically affecting us, or still what you can say existing today, not only because he had children and children's children, but the fact that we even know who Einstein is and his work still affects us to this day is because relativity has never been upgraded or debunked. Relativity is still the number one physical theory that we have of how motion and gravity and physics works is all relativity. In that, Einstein still exists. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the way that we exist. The memories, the legacy that we leave behind, and and the way our children's children remember us. You feel what I'm saying? Now, the moment we get to another generation, like after our grandchildren, we don't exist anymore. Because I know who my grandfather was. I do not know who my grandfather's grandfather was. I have no idea what his name is. So for all intents and purposes, he doesn't exist anymore. You see what I'm saying? But his legacy still lives on because I'm here. You feel me? But as far as our consciousness existing, no, it's gone. They're dead. My grandfather's gone. My grandmother's gone. My aunt who passed away years ago, my friend who passed away years ago, their consciousness is gone. Them as a person is gone. They only exist because I still remember them.
Gotcha. So yeah. So then we still would be strongly atheistic there in that sense. Because obviously with a God, there's a lot of, I mean, in various aspects of religions and spiritual systems, there's still this existence, right? More of a explored, detailed existence. Like I said, I adhere to the Kemetic Osirian tradition, who the Greeks call Osiris. The Egyptian Book of the Dead basically acts as as one of the many references that I will use to optimize my life here on Earth. Okay, more money, more health, whatever whatever, but all in righteous intent. Okay, just like similar to how people use the Bible. Okay, so I fundamentally disagree with the fact that consciousness no longer exists after we die because I identify as consciousness. It's not that I don't consider myself to have it. I am it, right? I have a body, right? I'm not the body. So I still exist in essence, right? I still exist. My ego, but in essence, I still exist after I die. The flesh deteriorates, becomes fertilizer, okay? I adhere to reincarnation, and there are other African traditions as well that does to it, but not in the same way as Hinduism, right? I adhere to my ancestors existing, in a form, in a sense, after they descend, okay, or not descend, transcend. And so that's where we start to get different. We definitely go our separate ways because for my understanding, especially with what his name, different books, self-proclaimed teacher of Kemetic spirituality. Okay, and the main reason why I follow him is because I see evidence of the claims that he put forth. Right, claims he is presenting that the techniques in philosophy, the philosophy of you being able to experience God, you being able to communicate with God, and the techniques that help experience that reality from a place of reason and logic is why I follow him. Belief is not necessary, right? And that's way of life. That's why I said hardcore atheist versus softcore atheist, because I myself, if you can say initiating, or I am submitting to a way of life where techniques are required for a specific outcome. Okay, so this is a religion, and it's not isolated. There are other cultures, Ifa, right, or Yoruba, right? Babaluae is a well-trained professional in this, in what people would consider that position to be. You don't believe to be a Babaluae. You work toward it. There's work, right?
I just need a few. You say that you think you still like your body becomes worm food, but apparently like your consciousness lives on or something.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. The only issue I've ever had with that is that what ways do we verify that that's actually true?
How would we verify that? The only true way to verify that, the best form of verification would be direct experience, right? That would be the direct experience with being able to articulate what it is that you're seeing, so that we know that you're not being delusional or you're not hallucinating. Okay, I think there's a level of being able to express what one observes, whether in a dream, whether in a whatever, in your imagination, where we realize you're not delusional, right? You're not whatever, okay? And the same thing applies with psychic spiritual experiences. I've had people come up and tell me that, hey, me and you were in a past life before, right? Me and you had a whole thing before. And I say, I believe in all this stuff, but you, on the other hand, I think you got some other things going on with your own psyche, you see? So within the spiritual experiences and psychic experiences, what I would say that it requires a level of clarity where whatever it is you're claiming you experienced in a past life, you should be able to show us in this lifetime why whatever you experienced before, like how you're able to either repeat this skill, verify this claim, show us something that no one else is seeing, things like that. The University of Virginia, is it Virginia State University or University of Virginia? Either one. You can type that in and look into their reincarnation studies, where they're seeing why do certain children report past life experiences. I'm not saying this is an objective peer-to-peer review thing. They're exploring it, right? They're exploring, I think it's University of Virginia or Virginia State University.
University of Virginia School of Medicine, children who report memories of past lives. Yeah, sure. I could read it. I could read this. I think I've read this before, and they said that they haven't really found any evidence to make sure that that's true. But my question would be this: can a person just fake that? I could tell you, hey, in a past life, I was Russian, and then I started speaking Russian, but I could have just learned Russian, fluently about 5 years ago. So I could just fake that, can I?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stuff like I would think stuff like that would be more of I think the way we would verify. I'm not sure if there's a way to even verify past lives. Like I think the only way probably.
That's why I said direct experience would be the best. The direct experience. Direct. It's kind of like yes, you can explain sex to somebody, but it's not quite the same as having it. Right.
Exactly.
That's just.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. Like it's. I'm not saying that this fits in the same category of what we can measure in a lab with whatever is connected to your body, and we're looking at a screen. Like I'm not saying that it fits into that type of process of trying things.
They wouldn't be like actual physical evidence. We would have to like kind of take a person's word for it or experience the reincarnation for ourselves.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you have a lot of that type of. You have a lot of that with a lot of these so-called, not so-called, I was going to say so-called pagan, but with African traditions. It's about direct experience.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But I think with
now
when it comes to
my bad. Go ahead.
No problem. I think with me when it comes to like that I'm an atheist. I would say that I'm a methodological materialist or methodological naturalist. Basically, like I have no way to actually verify spiritual claims, so I have to do it the natural way. You feel what I'm saying? I think for folks in my position, because we have no way to verify that, or people say we have to experience it before we actually believe it to be true. Since we have no way to verify or experience it, we can't say that it's absolutely not true, but there's no reason for us to believe it. You see what I'm saying? So that's I'm kind of where I'm at with it. I have no reason to believe that.
Have you attempted any technique that would induce a past life experience?
The way I've heard is probably take shrooms. You know what I'm saying? But like shrooms can give you plenty of psychedelic experiences.
Hallucinations.
You know exactly.
Psychosis.
Exactly. So it's. The thing I have nothing against shrooms because a lot of people use shrooms to be to be better balanced. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
have no problem with that. Matter of fact, I think we should use it more often. But I mean, it could give you all those experiences, but how do we actually know that they're actually true? I would need some sort of method.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would, I don't try to project my approach to these experiences on anyone else. But with what I practice with the Osirian tradition, there is no use of drugs at all. Right? There is no not drugs, psychedelics, okay? And the only way that one will be able to consistently and with a level of rationale be able to experience these psychic or spiritual experiences is through a level of proficiency of meditation. I've been in the gym 10 plus years. I was a gamer, I worked in the aircraft mechanics for 7 years. We know that when it comes to skill sets, that 10,000 rule hour, it may not be empirically true, but it carries a lot of validity as to having proficiency in something. The same approach, that same understanding should be applied to psycho-spiritual experiences. Now, what I would suggest is that someone having 10,000 hours of meditation under their belt, there are thousands of meditations. There are thousands, there are different types of techniques, but simply put, meditation properly, it optimizes oxygen in the body. All right, you can look up a neuroscientist who tested these Zen monk. They said they were master level monks. I think they averaged 60,000 plus hours. So these were like maybe 40, 50, 60-year-old guys. And that their brain wave stayed at about the gamma wave state of, was it delta? I think it was a state that only people temporarily tap into in moments of happiness and joy. But these people were, So what I'm saying, and it's like, well, they're not claiming to have past life experiences, but what I'm saying is they're having experiences that's not normal, nowhere near normal for the average human. So,
Right. And you know something? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
When it comes to stuff like that, like meditation and stuff like that, I've seen, especially with my fiance when she does her practices, and when I've seen from Santeria practitioners and my grandmother's Vodou practitioners, when they've done their meditation and their veneration to their ancestors, I got a restriction because of crap. I got some restrictions, man. But anyway, when
that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I got some restrictions. It's crazy. Probably because I used some words that I wasn't supposed to use. Also, we only got about 10 seconds left, so we'll leave it off here. But yeah, when it comes to like meditation, yoga, those things like that, I agree with all those, which is why I think more Black people should go back to our African traditions, because I feel it would make us be not only mentally balanced, but also emotionally and spiritually balanced because of those benefits that you're naming. You know what I mean? Meditation and exercise, like you go to the gym. I've been on a walking journey. I've been doing 6,000 steps a day, and I've been such a more balanced person. Like I work in a call center, and you know how it is working in a call center. You get these calls where people are like, "Eh," you know what I'm saying? And ever since I've been doing that, I've been doing a way better job. I've been chilling. I get a call where people are yelling for a supervisor, and I don't even let it bother me. You know what I'm saying? So like that walking is my meditation. You feel me? So I completely agree with those type of things. But we are out of time. Go ahead and let me know your last name, bro.
Well, my last name, my Kemetic African last name is Ra-Amen, R-A-A-M-E-N.
My bad. I didn't mean your last name. I meant any parting words that you have for me. My bad.
You're good. Parting words would be that, if we can understand the benefits on practical use of some of these exercises, then there are what could be considered supernatural experiences when these practices are taken to their extreme. Just like NBA players do very, quote, magical or very crazy things, NFL players, MLB players, anybody who is performing an extreme level of any type of technique, any type of exercise seems to do things that are, quote, magical, but it's simply, or experience something that's, quote, supernatural, but it's simply a series of steps or a series of sequences that we did not directly observe. So,
You know something? I would actually agree with you with that. You feel me? Like if that's the definition of supernatural that we're going with, I could agree with that. I could agree with that definition. You feel me? the
Yeah.
definition of supernatural that I usually and other atheists usually run a problem with, things like ghosts and magic and anthropomorphized, spirits coming down and causing
Resurrecting from the
floods. Yeah, exactly, stuff like that. But
Right,
your
right.
definition, I could get with that. Yeah.
Hey, brother, if it's not practical, if I can't see the path, then what would, I can't see it. You know what I'm saying? I got to be able to apply. So, yeah, I appreciate the conversation, brother, man. That's been great.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, man. I appreciate you, and see you later. All right, y'all. I saw other guests in the in the guest spot, y'all. I told y'all to stay in the guest spot because I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. But if you would like to request, go on and come up. I do like these conversations. If anyone wants to speak, go ahead and come on up. All right. Y'all give me a second because my battery's about to die and I gotta switch this out. Give me one moment. Oh, there we go. All right, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me. Go ahead and comment. Let me know if you still hear me. For anybody who's joining. Anybody who's joining, let me know if y'all can still hear me because I have to switch this out real quick. All right, y'all. Go ahead and please like the live. Please like the live. Please share it. If you would like to come up and discuss with me, go ahead and come up and discuss with me. We'll go ahead and get the conversation going. I do appreciate all the guests that came up recently, even those that I disagreed with. Y'all go ahead and like the live. Y'all go ahead and share it. And come up if you like. And let's have a discussion. Y'all see it, right? All right, we have no guests in the guest box right now, but if you would like to discuss this topic with me, go ahead and request, come up, and we'll have more of a discussion. I was only supposed to be here for about an hour and a half, but I'm going over my time, but that's all right. So I'll be here for maybe the next 10 to 15 minutes. Don't be shy, y'all. Don't be shy. Request and come up. All right, y'all. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and push this out to the algorithm. We're at 4K likes right now. I do appreciate that. We're at 4,000 likes right now. Appreciate it. Go ahead and keep liking. Let's push this up to at least 7K. If we could push this up to 7K, push this out to more people, we could have more discussions. We have more conversations. I appreciate everybody being in here. I appreciate all the support, y'all. Appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate all the support, y'all. And again, I will be here tomorrow as well. That was my last bit of water. I might need to get some more. Once again, I appreciate all the support. Please keep liking the live. Share it if you haven't shared it yet. Let me know what y'all think. If you're on YouTube right now, you're watching this on YouTube, the link is in the description. Well, not description. The link is in the comments. Click on the link, and you can join this discussion with me on TikTok if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, that's right, Butterfly. Drink your water. You need to drink your water. I said that in such a hood way, huh? Water. Like I said, I do appreciate everybody being here. I do appreciate all the likes. I do appreciate all the support. Please, y'all, like the live and share it. Let's get me up to 5 to 7K likes. I'm gonna be here for a few more minutes just to see if we have anyone else who wants to come up and discuss. We had someone here earlier, but I did see a request earlier, but the person dropped off. Let me just give a quick shout out real quick. Shout out to Deconstruction Zone Justin. He's taught me a lot about the Bible that I didn't even know about. Shout out to Sebastian Cole. Shout out to Thinker. On YouTube, check out Verses and Vibes with Thinker and Bash. Great channel. Check out my channel on YouTube, Volsey Thoughts. Check out the Black Atheist Coalition on YouTube as well. Shout out to Jayla. She was in the comments earlier. Shout out to SSJ K-Dot. He was in the live earlier. Shout out to Hanji. She's a Greek Hellenist. She's taught me a little bit about, the Greek pantheon as well. She's a Greek Hellenist. Shout out to Hanji. Hey, we got Hanji here.
Yasu, everyone.
Hey, how's it going, Hanji?
It's going. Hold on, let me put you in my ears real quick.
Sure.
I got your.
You kind of blinked out there, Hanji. You got my invite, right? Yeah, I can hear you now. Hanji through the power of Zeus, y'all.
Yes.
There we go. There you are.
What's
Hanji
going on?
I'm all right. Hanji through the power of Zeus, y'all. She came through.
Always, always.
Yeah. But I'm all right. Justin's going live later, like around 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I came on now, because I know later I'm not gonna get any guests. I'm not gonna get anything. So I said I might as well do this now, so I don't compete with Justin.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It sucks too, because I see all of my friendlies going live around the same time, and it's like I want to jump off and show love, but I can't.
Yeah. No, it's all good. We need to go ahead, and that's why I'm glad you have the Discord, so we can all get this all together. But I'm off today, and I'm off tomorrow, and I'm off Tuesday. So these 3 days in a row, that's when I'm gonna be doing my lives.
Okay, I'm definitely free Mondays and Tuesdays for sure.
All right, awesome. That sounds awesome. So how's everything been going? Everything all right?
Everything's been going good. It's been stormy today. I lost power for like a good 2 hours.
Hey, that sucks, man. But you know something?
Yeah.
Do you still live in Greece?
I'm back and forth. I mainly visit the States because I have family that moved here, like between New York and Tarpon Springs, which I call Little Greece. But I do reside in Laconia, which is my hometown.
Gotcha. Because like I was actually thinking I should take my fiance to Greece probably for our honeymoon. I heard it's a good spot.
Yes, but don't do it during the summer because our summers get really hot. Like this year alone, like it's been 40 to 45 Celsius, and it's unbearable this heat.
Bad.
I always say like the end of August, beginning middle of September is the best time. Unless you like snow, then December is absolutely beautiful because you get to see the Acropolis covered in snow. It's a beautiful sight.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll definitely check it out. Now, I have been a little bit nervous about Greece because, people have told me that folks who look like me are not treated. But if I have friends over there, cool, I'll come over.
Oh, sweetie, there's there's all
Yeah.
types of colors in Greece. I am a woman of color, and I was
Yes,
born
okay.
and raised there. But and it's funny because I never dealt with racism until I visited the States my first time, and it ironically it
That's
was
so
in New
crazy.
York.
Ironically, it was right. New York is supposed to be the most multicultural city we got, and over there is where you meet some of the worst of it. But-
Yes.
crazy, right? But yeah, I'm glad to hear that. You know what I mean? Because people have always said, oh, Italy and Greece is here and there when it comes to people who look like us. But I'm like, dang, I always want to visit Greece.
No,
But
Greece,
I'll go there.
we are welcome to everyone. I mean, and it's kind of an oxymoron to even say that because in Minoan civilization and culture, they were copper and bronze skin tones. So I don't
They
know where
were.
they're getting that from. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. I'm finding that out right now. I'm like, before like ancient Greece, like I think around you're Hellenist, right? Around the Hellenic times. Yeah, they were closer to my skin tone, and I was really surprised about that. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. I guess it's because they're outside all the time. Of course, you're gonna.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly it.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to visit. Though. I'll love to visit, and I'm definitely gonna be on Justin's live tonight. Showing love. Of course, we have to bring the power of Shango and the power of Zeus to the lives.
I know that's right. But yeah,
You know-
Italy, be careful with them. They don't even consider Sicily a part of Rome because Sicily is predominantly Greek. They're Greek speaking and they look more Latin and darker skin tone, which is why they get a lot of hate from Italy itself. That's why I tell people, you guys fantasize and fetishize Italy, and they're the most racist country even to their own people if they're darker skinned. So
It's so weird and interesting, man. I was like, I've always wanted to visit Italy to eat authentic Italian food because Italian food in America is you know how that go. Yeah, I mean, but it's always made me nervous because of that. But I've always said, you know what, the way this country, the way America, I mean not America, the way this world is, everyone's gonna get hate. Let me just enjoy my life. You know what I mean? Let me just go over there, enjoy my life. I want to see the Necropolis, or I want to see the Colosseum in Rome. I want to see that type of stuff. I want to go to Africa and see the walls of Benin. You know what I mean? I want to see the Library of Timbuktu. Now, I mean, I'm not gonna let that stop me. Let's go over there and enjoy lives and have fun.
oh, 1,000%. Don't let humanity and their behavior stop you from enjoying this experience because we're only given one.
Yeah,
And I tell
exactly.
people that.
Like we're always given one experience, But I'm gonna get out of here soon, Hanji. It was so nice having you. Thank you for coming. Oh, K Dot's here. Great. I'll invite K Dot up. But yeah, I'm so glad to see you, Hanji, and I will see you tonight. All right.
Sounds good. I'll see you soon.
Alrighty. W Hanji, y'all. W Hanji in the chat. Let's invite K Dot up. We're just having a chill chat right now since opposition isn't coming up at the moment. I don't know, y'all. Opposition is afraid of me, y'all. Unfortunately, I have 2 restrictions because apparently I said words that TikTok doesn't like. Apparently, I said some words that TikTok doesn't like, and now my life is restricted. It's because of K Dot, y'all. It's because of K Dot. You know what I mean? He's the one that made my life restricted. I'm blaming him.
Man, these live restrictions they be hitting us with. Don't mind you, they don't even tell you what it's like, what it exactly is. They'll give you something so vague.
Is they don't tell you what it's like. That's right, antisocial. The ops is scared. They scared of me. I scared them away, bro. I don't know. Maybe in my first two guests, I beat them with facts and logic. So, how's it been going though, bro?
Oh, it's going good. You missed a live from yesterday. That live was hilarious.
Yeah, the reason I've been missing your lives, bro, is because of my new work schedule. You know, I work Wednesday through Saturday now.
Yeah.
Wednesday through Saturday for 10 hours, but it goes by quick, so I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, it goes by quick. But like Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, I'm off. So if you do lives on those days, I'll definitely be there.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did see a live that you uploaded on the Black Atheist YouTube. Hilarious.
Had some characters come through.
Yeah, man. So I gotta get back on going on to those lives because I love your panels, man, and it's always great, you know? It's always a good time. Yeah. When's your next live, bro?
I was gonna do it earlier, but Jayla's live right now. I'm gonna wait until she's done, and I'll throw in the live myself.
Jayla is live right now. Let me go ahead and join her. I might end this one because the ops got scurred and they don't want to come up no more. I had a whole bunch of people requesting. I told them stay in the box because I'm gonna get to you next, but they got scurred, and now they're all gone. So you about to go to Jayla's live now?
Yeah, that topic you sent me in the Discord, the one that was part of the Black Dysphoria, this Discord.
Yeah.
Let me get out of cards. That was actually a pretty interesting topic. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's something that's I don't know. I didn't think of that topic.
You're in the black Discord, right? The Black Diaspora Discord. Yeah, man. Like I'll be wondering when y'all gonna pop up and show niggas, you know. So you gotta pop out sometimes. You feel me?
Yeah, I just wait for my run. But to be fair, I'm part of a lot of Discords, and I don't interact with a lot. I'll interact with a lot of them, like as much as I usually do.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna end this live, and I'll see you over in Jayla's. All right?
Got it. After Jayla, I'm gonna start one up.
Appreciate you, bro. No problem. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and end this live now. I did reach my goal of 5K likes, so I do appreciate y'all. I do appreciate everybody being here, and I definitely want us to have more discussions. Remember, I'm also here tomorrow. Hey, Board Agnostic, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate, brother. I do appreciate that, brother. Thank you for the follow. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna be doing these every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as my schedule allows. On Saturdays, I'll be here as well. Probably late at night, probably 9, 10 o'clock, and we could do a chill live. And I do appreciate all y'all being here. Follow me, and I will see y'all soon. All right. This week is religion. Next week will be politics. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody on TikTok. I appreciate y'all on YouTube for watching me.